everybody, my name is Brienne. You can also call me Owlco. In this video today, we are going to be setting up the starter kit misting system from MistKing. And I know a lot of people are going to be asking this down in the comment section below, but I was going to address it right away. And I just want to start off by saying where I got this. I actually got it online from a Canadian store based off in Calgary. And I got it from Pisces Pet Emporium. And before I bought the MistKing system, the starter kit, I looked around and around to find like the best deal I could get, because obviously I want to save a little bit of money. And I found that the Pisces Pet Emporium was selling it for the cheapest. And well, it still was pretty expensive. So let's get there first. So actually on their website, it's listed for $144, I believe, and with tax included, it ended up just being just over $150 Canadian dollars. And what's nice about Pisces Pet Emporium is that for across Canada, all orders over, I think, what did it say, $49.99 are free shipping. So if you think about it, like, shipping actually counts for a lot of the cost when you're ordering things online. If you live near Calgary, you can probably just go and get one yourself. But like I said, since this is like $144, you're gonna get free shipping on it anyways, so it's not too bad. Pisces Pet Emporium also does sell nozzles for your MistKing, and they also sell the advanced system as well, the advanced MistKing system, for $244. So if you have a few more cages you want to support, or different areas of the room, I definitely recommend getting the advanced system, or you can get like two starter MistKing systems. Kingston, stop getting in my way, kitty cat. But anyways, so without further ado, I want to unbox this with you and set it up with you. Let's get to it. Okay. So here we have the starter MistKing system. I'm just going to open it up here, and we're just going to take a look. Kingston's quite curious as well, so he's going to hang out with us. Okay. Okay, so it has all the nozzles, or the tubing. It's actually quite hard tubing. You get a little keychain with it that says MistKing Quality Misting Systems. You get the digital seconds timer, 24 volt DC. Let's see if we can see that. There we go. Reference manual, don't need that. Jake, just kidding, I probably do. You probably should use the manual when setting up things if you're not tech savvy. What's in this box? Oh, and so you have all the nozzles in this box, and a little bit more. It's a cord, whatever this one is for. I'll figure that one out in a minute, I guess. And then the system itself, I can actually figure out how to open this box. Let's move that out of the way. Okay. So here is the MistKing system. It's actually quite heavy. Okay. So it's used by zoos, botanical gardens, institutions, and hobbyists around the world. Ooh, ooh la la. Okay. Put that out of the way. We're just going to set that down there. And we'll... So I just want to start off by reading the reference manual, just because I do not know how to set this up. Oh, first thing it says, use common sense. Getting started. So the 6 things you must know before you start. Good design, quick start. Getting started. We know you're excited and eager to use the mister. However, before you do, you connect it learn a few basics. Seriously, read the manual first if you will set things up on your first try. And that's what we want to do. Okay, so I read over the instructions and I got the extra needed materials to make my reservoir. I don't know how it's gonna go. Like I said, I'm quite new at this as well, kind of setting up the MistKing system. But you need a bucket for the reservoir, and you have to drill a big enough hole into it to fit this little thing in it. But you don't want it too loose, or else water will leak. So that's fun. In the book, it says I need a certain size of a drill bit. What is it? It says for drill systems, drill a 9/16. Yeah, I don't know if we can make this look better. Oh, there we go. There we go, right there. Hole for a tight fit. Well, fun story. I don't have a drill bit that size. So I had to kind of like go into my garage and kind of like size out like how big it is and how if it's gonna fit or not. This one I made it's a little bit smaller because I'm like, start off small. If this doesn't fit in or if I can't squeeze in it, we'll go the next size up. I just don't want to have to go like leave and buy a whole new bucket just because I drilled too big. All right. So anyways, I'm gonna try not to lose a finger and let's drill this reservoir. That did not work. So it stopped recording just as I drilled the first hole, but it ended up being a little bit too small, so I got a larger drill bit, and I'm just gonna see if I can make it bigger and not screw up. Oh, I should probably do this first. Okay, well, that did not work at all. I actually found out that I don't have the correct size of drill bit. All mine are too small. So I am going to try and soften up the edges with my soldering iron here. See if I can actually get it a little bit bigger than it is right now. Okay, let's stop for a minute. I had a little bit of trouble setting it up, and it's not because it's hard to set up the MistKing. It's just because I didn't have the right tools or the right size drill bit to actually drill a hole. So I used a soldering iron to make the hole for the reservoir a little bit bigger, and dumb me didn't realize that it's going to create grooves around where it wouldn't be able to have be flush and not leak. So when I first put water in it, it leaked everywhere. Good thing I had a bin that was underneath that kind of helped most of the drainage that was happening. But anyway, like I didn't feel like in the instructions itself, it tells you not to fill a bucket up full when you first test it out to see if it's going to leak or not. It just tells you just to fill it past where your reservoir, where you made that hole for it. And so then after that, I had to go get a sander. And what I did is I literally just sanded the outside of where the grooves were and where it wasn't making like a flush, where it wasn't flush. Oh no. Okay, I'm back. So as I was saying, I had some troubles filming, and what happened is that I had to leave for work. So I didn't get back until around like 9 o'clock, and at this time I was like rushing to leave or get ready to leave for the next day because I was going camping for the long weekend, and I just decided not to film, and I'll just kind of like explain it to you guys and kind of show you my setup right now. So let's get right into it. Okay, so we're looking at Carlo's cage right now. I really hope this doesn't get a little too bumpy because it's not going to be really stabilized with the tripod. But I'm just going to climb up on my little stool here, and then we're going to take a look at what I have set up. So here's the bucket I got from Canadian Tire that's filled with water. And there is my drill situation. I got really nervous about it leaking, so I also bought some aquarium safe silicone. You don't have to do this if you didn't do what I did, but if you're a little bit worried about it leaking down to your other cages or affecting other light fixtures, because it is on the top shelf because it is gravity fed, which I had a problem with figuring out where to put it. But yeah, so then another thing too is that you're supposed to cut these hoses with a razor. I didn't have a razor, I just had like an X-Acto knife, which says also works as well, but you can also buy some MistKing like hose cutters that are pretty much like a razor that you just squish down. But yeah, so that'll work too. So I just got a little short one, and that's connected to the pump, which is this thing right here. And then the pump has another hose which leads it to the nozzle, or the spray, I guess. And I kind of ripped my cage, so I had to fill in the hole with duct tape. So I didn't have one of those things you put on the side of your cage so it stabilizes it and everything. So yeah, so there's my nozzle. I have it going off like every 4 times a day here. Oh, Carlo, let's check him out. There you are. He's like, oh, camera. Oh, Carlos. Hello. Anyways, so if you can also just check out behind here that it kind of is also connected to like a black and red wire. This is what technically connects the pump to the power, and it comes all the way over here. Oh, it's really hard to see. And then there's also a blue wire right here, which, yeah, you literally, like, there's pictures in the book of how to set everything up. Do it correctly as the book shows you, or else you're gonna run into a problem, because the blue wire can only be connected to one thing, can't be connected to the other thing, because, I don't know, something's not the right power water. The blue wire connects to another black wire, which goes all the way down in my plug-in. The other black wire that it was connected to is connected to this little thing, which is the timer.